I've got the camera on, so we'll record the flight again if you want to watch it afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so it's going to be a nose high upset, followed by a wing level recovery. If you want to start, we didn't talk about an entry airspeed. You want to do it just like you would do a loop, so probably about 150 to 160 miles an hour for the entry.
Okay.
Denver 1 Sierra Echo, Manchester Airport, 12 o'clock, 9 miles.
Roger, 1 Echo, we have this airport in sight.
Denver 1 Sierra Echo, Roger, enter right downwind runway 6, contact Manchester Tower, 121.6.
Right downwind for 6, thank you much.
Okay, so just kind of hold this right here now. So now you recognize the unusual attitude. And recover. Alright, so that was a piece of cake. So now let's try and do the rolling upset.
Okay.
Or the rolling upset recovery. So it's going to be the same. It's going to be nose high, unusual attitude.
And so I'm just going to shove about 60 degrees?
Yeah, 60 degrees angle of bank. Yeah. And then once you do that, the nose is just going to naturally fall back to the horizon. Once it gets to the horizon, you just roll wings level, and then you pull the nose back to the horizon.
Okay.
And then after that, you tell me which one you would prefer.
Approach, Cessna 83 Victor with you at 8,000. 3,000.
Alright.
November 1983 Victor.
Yeah, keep pulling a little bit more nose high. More nose high, more nose high. Alright, now go ahead and recover.
042 with you, Victor.
Let me demonstrate that if you don't mind. So, my controls?
Your controls.
I have the controls, and let me know when we get to 150 miles an hour.
Yep. 150.
Okay. So let's get the nose a little bit higher even still here. So right here. So now we recognize the unusual attitude, and we just let the nose, we just roll the nose. So I just push the stick, and there you go. A little bottom rudder would help that, but you know, just gravity alone takes over. And the nose comes down. So yeah, I think a little bottom rudder would have made that a little bit more of a crisper recovery. But I think you get the idea. So
all right.
So given those two, which one, if you were, and you have the controls by the way?
My controls.
The controls. So which recovery technique would you use if you had a nose high upset?
I guess the second one is more comfortable, yeah.
So.
Can I try it again?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. You know, the first one, it wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't too uncomfortable.
Okay.
But again, if you were in like a Piper Cherokee, you might have all your luggage and stuff floating up to the top of the top of the roof. I'm ready when you are. And I'll put a little bottom rudder in there too to help bring the nose down, just a little bit. Yeah, real nice. And you kept the positive G load on the airplane the whole time you were doing it.
Yeah, it's more comfortable for me.
Okay. Alright, so next we're going to do the nose low, and the nose low with the symmetric, but you know, you want to do this as a symmetric pull-up, so we want to do a rolling entry into the upset. But would you mind if I take the controls and put you into the upset?
Yeah, your controls.
Okay, so my controls. And let's maneuver back to the left here.
November 246 Golf Mike, Roger.
And I'm going to also use this as the setup, so now the nose is coming down. Okay, and go ahead and recover. So assess the airspeed, it's building, and you roll back to wings level, and then you pull the nose. Yeah, very nice. So you just separate the rolling and the pulling so that you do a nice symmetric recovery.
Yeah.
Alright, that was very good.
Okay.
If you would like to do another one of those.
Yeah, I'll do it myself.
Okay.
I'm going to climb back a little bit.
Okay, so power to idle, wings to level, and then pull out. Very nice. Now, you had talked about, you know, just completing the loop over the top. We didn't have that on the card of things that we wanted to do, but why don't we go ahead and do one of those?
Okay, we did that once, but
Oh, okay, okay.
but I'm okay with doing it.
Well, no, it's all right. Would you like to go straight into the spins? I think that was next on what we said. Oh no, the inverted. I'm sorry.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so the inverted. You're just going to roll the airplane. Now, I'm trying to remember. Did we fly inverted last time? I know obviously the loop is an inverted maneuver.
Yeah.
But did we do sustained inverted flight?
We did for a bit, yes.
Okay. So let's go and do that again. And again, the idea there is just with that trim change for an upset. It's probably one of the most. We could do a clearing turn back to the left or right. Also, your choice. To me, I think that's one of the most eye-opening things for somebody that's doing an inverted upset for the first time is the amount of forward stick that it takes to keep the nose from pulling through.
Yeah.
And you do not want the nose to pull through because you can get a very rapid increase in airspeed that could cause you to exceed your VNE, exceed the G limits of the airplane.
Okay, all right.
I'm ready when you are. So what's your airspeed right now?
90, 100.
Okay. So you can roll inverted at this airspeed. It's a little bit easier if you have some more airspeed, so I'll just leave it up to you.
Oh, so we are going to roll inverted, not loop, right?
Yes, we could do either one, but let's try just doing the roll.
Yep, that's fine. Two. All right, 110 and 4,000 feet, more or less. Okay, so let's go to the left.
Okay. Alright, so it takes forward stick to keep the nose up. And we're obviously exaggerating this for training, so whenever you're ready, go ahead and roll back to upright flight. Yeah, real nice, very nice control of the aircraft. Alright, did you want to repeat any of those, or are you ready to go into the spins?
Let's do spins because they will take a toll on me physically, so...
Okay. Yeah, and I do want to try to get you to see a 3-turn spin.
Okay.
And the reason for that is because the character of a spin changes noticeably after you get past that first rotation.
Oh.
So as build up to that, let's go ahead and do just a 1-turn spin.
Okay.
And we can't do aerobatics right here, but spins are not aerobatic maneuvers, so we're legal. We can do it right here. What's our altitude?
3,700.
Okay, so that's good for a 1-turn spin. We're going to climb up higher when we do the 3-turn.
Okay.
So why don't let's do a clearing turn. We just do a 180-degree clearing turn and point it back towards Boston or something. Once you get out of your turn, pick your visual reference and then set up for this. So we're clear below us, and that's the direction we're going to go. I'm ready when you are.
All right.
One turn, and then put your recovery control inputs in.
Okay.
And remember to try and say those recovery inputs out loud as you do them. Stick all the way back.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Either aileron neutral, rudder.
Oh, yeah, you already did the rudder opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, power idle, ailerons neutral, rudder opposite, and the elevator forward of neutral. Right, so that was about a half a turn, so I don't think we really got into a fully developed spin there. Let's go climb back up.
Yeah. Concord Airport radar service terminated. Squawk VFR and change advisory frequency approved. Good night.
A3 Victor, Squawk VFR, thanks, today.
Yeah, remember to get that stick full aft on the entry. You need to hold in full aft and full pedal in order for it to get it to go into the spin.
Yeah,
and then look for a really nice prominent visual reference so that you get one full turn in before you input those recovery controls. And I think you kind of came with forward stick before you reverse the rudder. So remember, it's power idle, ailerons neutral. And you know, we want you to say power idle, ailerons neutral, but they're already there. So
yeah.
you're not doing anything at that point. So the first thing you're actually going to do is opposite rudder
and
then elevator forward of neutral. And don't do those at the same time. You want to see them as two separate distinct things. So opposite rudder, elevator forward of neutral.
Okay.
And in fact, the reason for doing opposite rudder is you want to see the rotation rate stop, and that's going to be very important when we do the 3-turn spin. Because when you do the 3-turn spin, you definitely want to put the rudder in and hold it in for a period of time to slow the rotation down before you come in with forward stick.
Okay.
Good, so we'll just climb back up a little bit. Oh geez, let's, you see the Wachusett Reservoir off to the right there?
Which one?
To the right. Right 9 o'clock? Yes. Right 3 o'clock, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a pretty good visual reference, I think. What do you think? You want to use that?
Yeah.
So you enter the spin looking at that thing, and then you're not going to recover until you see that thing again. So that'll be at least one full turn of the rotation.
I think I'm not looking outside enough.
Yeah, you want to be outside. There's nothing to look at inside. I mean, there's no instruments that are going to help you in the spin recovery.
Yeah, I know.
All right, I'm ready whenever you are. We can call that our clearing turn, and you go ahead and enter.
Yep.
Hold it. Don't recover yet. Hold it. Okay, you came out of it early. All right, so that was about 3/4 of a rotation.
Yeah, I know.
And you're doing a rolling pull-up right now, which is fine because our airspeed is high enough. But remember, we don't want to do rolling pull-ups from spin recovers. All right, so the next time we do one, how are you feeling, by the way?
No, I'm feeling good. I'm being a pussy in my...
Yeah, so I want you to hold those control inputs against the aft stop and the full rudder pedal. And just lock them in position. And I'll do the counting for you of the rotations. I want you to hold those inputs in until I say recover.
Okay.
And don't initiate any recovery controls until you hear me say recover. And then I want you to walk through it. Power idle, ailerons neutral. And you can take your time, because I'm going to tell you to recover after we've done one full rotation. So,
okay.
You don't have, it's not a panicked maneuver to recover the aircraft. You got time. So just... say it nice and calmly, power idle, ailerons neutral, opposite rudder, stick forward of neutral. If you do it at that pace that I just said right there, everything's going to be great. Let's do a nice gentle climb left to right and do a complete 360-degree turn.
Okay.
That way we just stay kind of over this area as we're gaining altitude.
3,500.
And as soon as you hear the stall warn, put those spin controls in. The recovery we want to be nice and smooth and steady, but the entry, just go ahead and shove them in. But you're so far below the VA speed of the airplane, you're absolutely not going to hurt anything. Our altitude's good. Are you okay doing it on this heading? We can
I'm
kind of
fine.
use. Okay. All right, whenever you're ready. Good.
In aircraft 5 miles east of Concord Airport, if you're monitoring this frequency, you're on a 5373 code. Check your transponder and squawk VFR.
All right, hold it. Stuff in the inputs. Full pedal, and hold it. And just hold it. Just keep them there. Hold it. Don't recover. Recover.
Power idle and neutral. And forward.
Great. Excellent. Hey, see how easy it comes out of the spin?
Yeah.
All right, how you doing?
I'm good.
Let's go nice gentle climb back up. And you can see the rotation rate starts to pick up, right? So now if we go to the 3-turn spin next, you're going to see it's going to pick up quite a bit more.
right.
It's going to take a lot of discipline to hold it into the spin, but that's what
Yeah, because I almost feel that if I drop anything, it recovers. So
yeah.
030 Tango.
Yeah, so with the 3-turn spin, once it gets more towards a steady state spin,
Concord to the east.
it should be a little bit more difficult to recover out of the spin, but you're right, from a 1-turn spin, if you just let go of the controls, it would recover on its own.
Whichever runway they were running. And,
Let's not go too much further to the east, so let's turn, do a 180-degree turn.
November 603 Sierra Single Squawk 5162.
And we're going to go up to about 4,500 for this.
okay.
Q162, 603 Sierra Tango.
And same thing, I'll count your rotations for you, and I'll tell you when to recover. But if you're uncomfortable with anything and you want to recover
Single radar contact 7 miles east of Portsmouth Airport.
before we get to 3 turns, you can just feel free to say recover or something like that.
Sure. Verify Tango.
Picking it up now.
November 3 Sierra Tango, Roger. Fly heading 110 vector final. Maintain via
So the rotational speed does stabilize at some point, right?
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so 2 things will happen once you get into a steady state spin. The pitch oscillations are going to stop, and then the rotation rate is going to establish itself at a steady state rotation.
Okay.
And remember, and you're delaying your entry again too, so we want to get a nice clean entry. So as soon as you hear that stall horn, just shove in those post-in control inputs from right or left. But go full pedal and full back stick, and hold it there until you hear me say recover.
Okay. Can you get the control for a sec?
All right, my controls.
Your controls. I to remove my glasses.
Oh, good plan. Good. Like to put them in here. I've got this seat back thing. Why don't you just right, and your controls.
My controls.
All right, altitude is pretty good, so let's do a 90-degree clearing turn to the left. Make sure nobody's below us.
Yeah.
And as soon as you're out of the turn, you go powered idle and go ahead enter.
Alright.
Good, I'm ready when you are. Shove in the inputs, full pedal, full back stick, and just hold it. I'll count the rotations. 1 rotation, just keep them in. Full back stick, 2 rotations, 3 recovery. Recover, full opposite pedal, stick forward in neutral, and now pull out from the dive. Very nice. Whew. Alright, so now you can bring the power back in, keep us nice and straight and level. Let your internal gyro stabilize itself again.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah, my head turns a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I did the steps, or at least the 2 last steps in the order. I didn't push as much as I needed on the opposite.
Well, you know, on the opposite pedal, yeah. So, yeah, I should have had my feet, I guess my feet were resting on the pedals. Yeah, I guess I would agree with that. You didn't push as much as you could have. Yeah, so, and what you should have noticed there, I think you did notice, is that it took us several rotations to come out of it, right?
Yeah.
So it's not as quick to recover as the 1-turn spin.
Oh, definitely.
So that's everything we said we were going to do.
Yeah.
You want to do any repeats, or are you ready to head home?
Let's head home and do some landings.
Okay.
That's okay.
Alrighty, yeah, so we need to turn to the right. And that's the airport right off the nose there.
That's visibility, though.
And you can reduce power and start coming down, too. Oh, nice job, though.
Yeah.
Well, any learning points on the spin there? Was it what you expected it to be? Or?
It goes fast.
Yeah.
It goes fast. I think I'm fine.
What?